Ewan Robertson is standing for the Scottish Socialist Party in Aberdeen North. Here's why you should vote for him.
I am Ewan Robertson and I'm standing in Aberdeen North as the Scottish Socialist Party candidate. I'm standing because I believe that ordinary people, pensioners and students shouldn't pay for an economic crisis that the bankers created. I also feel very strongly that we should bring the troops home from Afghanistan. And finally, I think that with the threat of climate change, it's time that we had a locally owned, free public transport service.
I'm voting for the Scottish Socialist Party because all the other political parties say that we have to have cuts. We don't have to have cuts. The fact is that the rich caused this crisis and they can pay for it.
I'm voting for Ewan Robertson because the Scottish Socialist Party is the only party that's been against the war in Afghanistan from the start.
I write this song for the good people of Aberdeen in response to the worrying things that I've seen. And an election between Tweedledum and Tweedledee, so I'll give you some reasons to vote SSP. The Tories will finish off our welfare state and make you pay for a crisis that you did not create. But you Labour have been at that for a decade and more. They sold us down the river a long time ago. We have war, privatisation and cuts on the way, from parties who no longer care what you say. It's an economic crisis and the council is broke, while Labour and the SNP offer no hope. The SNP will attack our public services too, and I'm sorry but the Lib Dems just don't have a clue. I see nothing between them as hard as I try, cause they're all in bed with corporate capital I. They bailed out the bankers, now these parties agree that the people to pay back shall be you and me. There's billions for Afghanistan, Trident and more, not for health and education, they're not worth voting for. We have war, privatisation and cuts on the way, from parties who no longer care what you say. It's an economic crisis and the council is broke, while Labour and the SNP offer no hope. While here in the fair city of Aberdeen, it's becoming a farce like we never have seen. The council passed cuts onto services and jobs, while spending on marshals so they can keep warm. And up in Balmedy we've lost democracy, where the council may evict you for a night's ransom fee. As long as you're big lad and you have a 2p, then the rules don't apply, oh yes now I can see. We have war, privatisation, cuts on the way, from parties who no longer care what you say. It's an economic crisis and the council is broke, while Labour and the SNP offer no hope. So if you're worried for your future and your kids' future too, and jobs, inequality, democracy too, well, it's time to rethink and try something new. Well, I've got a great proposition for you. Let the residents of Balmedy stay in their homes until Donald it's time to grow up and move on. And we'll make the rich bankers pay for their mess and start building our future with more and not less. And we'll bring the troops home and scrap Trident too, invest in health and education to name but a few, and have free public transport and free school meals too, and build a better Scotland for me and for you. So here's a good idea whose time it has come. Tell your friends, workmates, grandparents, dad and your mum. Our future can be exciting, so join us and see. These are some reasons to vote SSP. We have war, privatisation and cuts on the way, from parties who no longer care what you say. It's an economic crisis and the council is broke, while Labour and the SNP offer no hope. So here's a good idea whose time it has come. Tell your friends, workmates, grandparents, dad and your mum. Our future can be exciting, so join us and see. These are some reasons to vote SSP.
The Scottish Socialist Party is standing in Aberdeen North on the 6th of May. Vote against cuts, war and privatisation. Vote Ewan Robertson.